species. And that's why it says in the Bible, in Genesis, did anyone ever realize why the term for God is always plural? It's never singular.
That's right.
In the Bible it says, let us make man in our image. It's plural.
That's right.
And so what that was about was the connection or the hybridization between reptilian and mammalian to create mankind.
Oh, okay, I see. So we are the creation between these two different species then?
Yes, but it got complicated because the deal was that the reptilians were androgynous. They were male and female in one body. And so the deal was to take the androgynous reptilian body and then add mammalian genetics to it in order to create humanity. And that is why we have the allegorical story of Adam and Eve, where Eve was created by taking the rib from Adam.
Mm-hmm.
That was basically how they took an androgynous reptilian body and split it into male and female components in order to create mankind. And scientifically, if we want proof, just look at how a fetus develops in utero. It is first a reptilian androgynous creature, and then only after several weeks, almost 2-3 months, it separates into the gender and two mammalian features. So the genetics are opening up in the order in which they were put in.
Absolutely fascinating.
That's why we have reptilian brainstem. That's why we have a reptilian lymphatic system.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have skin that wrinkles and peels. We have a lot of systems in our bodies which are reptilian in origin. There are no other human species in this universe that are like this.
So was this a kind of attempt to make, how should I put it, peace between the species? Meaning that if there was some kind of intermediary being here that actually could, have a little bit of both, because these, I guess, are so incompatible with each other, so that they have to have someone who can understand both sides, or what's going on here?
Well, this is the underlying joke, if you will, is that when the genetics were contributed for the creation of mankind, both the reptilians and the mammalians put genetic instructions in their donation to become dominant over the other. And that is why human beings are so internally conflicted. That's why we have the reptilian brainstem conflicting with the left and right hemispheres of the brain. It is an automatic internal conflict. This is also why, on a symbolic level, the Catholic Church says that you are born in sin. Mm-hmm. Basically, is you're born in conflict, is what it means, because of your genetics.
So it's a war going on, but it's not being fought out there. It's a level inside us. And is this even some kind of game or contest, perhaps, to see which species, so to speak, win?
In a way, yes. The reptilians, and I always describe this in my seminars, they think that they are the correct ones. And I'll tell you why. They have an androgynous body, which means male and female in one body. In their perspective, since when you go outside of physical reality, there is no gender either, there's only energy, they feel they incorporate that physically more like a God creation than mammalians do. They also feel that over eons and eons of time, reptilian genetics never change, whereas mammalian genetics constantly change and adopt and evolve in order to survive. Mm-hmm. So from the reptilian perspective, they are more perfect because they don't have to change, whereas humans are imperfect and constantly have to change. So that is their mindset. I am not saying it's right or wrong. I'm simply saying that's how they think. And so they have decided to go out in the universe and assimilate all the imperfect species in their opinion to become more reptilian. And in their minds, they are perfecting the universe.
So it's the age-old game, I guess, as it were. This is the battle between the two sides, or good and bad is, I guess, as you say, wrong terminology to apply to this scenario, because it's in a way beyond that. But this is again about the dialectic, or the two sides, the black and the white, the good and the bad, and all that.
That's correct. And that's why when they program a person, they will always scar the reptilian brainstem so that it swells and is then able to contain more programming in it.
All right, Joe. Well, this is absolutely fascinating, and again, there's so many avenues I want to take, but we are approaching the end of our time in the first hour here, and I do want to, let people know how they can get your book and so forth, and how they would go about doing that. But I just wanted to squeeze in one more question before we do that, and that was the Roswell incident you mentioned at the beginning of the program, that this was created. Tell us a little bit more about that, if you will.
Yeah, the Roswell incident was a staged event. It wasn't the way you've heard about it over the years. Basically, the Illuminati, or those who control the Earth, decided it was time for human beings to know there was an alien presence. And so they created this event in New Mexico in order to create this, or set the stage for where we are now, where they are going to create a staged alien invasion. And in this way can consolidate control by fear over the entire planet.
Yep.
A lot of the technology we have now was redesigned from the craft that crashed in Roswell. And by the way, there was more than one vehicle. There was also a crash in Aztec, New Mexico. There were crashes in many places on the Earth over the decades that followed Roswell.
Really?
Including Norway.
Okay, oh really?
Yes, in Spitsbergen, the islands north of Norway, there was a big crash in the 1960s.
Yeah, I know in Sweden they had this phenomenon of what they referred to as the ghost rockets, and this was back in the 40s, something, I think.
And you still have events in the lakes in the summertime of strange craft underwater that vanish.
Sheesh, yeah, there's so much to check up on and get familiar with. I know that there are still reports and so forth, as you say, in Sweden, but again, what you're saying here is that this is a worldwide phenomena. This is not, only attributed to, the United States or whatever, but this is happening, I guess, all around the globe, basically.
Yes, it is global, and that's why they call it a new world order.
That's right, exactly. Okay, so I think that this will be a good time to talk a little bit more about how people can get your latest book, or any of the previous ones, of course. 13th Cube is the latest one. Blue Blood, True Blood is another one that you have out there. But tell us how people would go about getting your latest book.
Yes, you can go online to www.expansions.com, and you can go to the online store, and you can see all of the DVDs and books that we have. You can also call us at 269-429-8615, and that's in the United States. We also have a fax that you can send an order at 269-429-8616. So there's many ways to contact us, and we will always answer everybody.
Excellent. Again, the website is expansions.com. Stewart and I are going to take a short break here, but we will continue talking in the subscribers section, and we're going to talk more about the hyperspace level and also explore a bit more the idea that at the very top of the controlling structure, the Illuminati or the New World Order, that there is an intelligence here, perhaps then from beyond this world, that is guiding events on our planet, working together with the elites of the planet. And who are the blue bloods, or what are they? Are they different in any way? Much more coming up with Stewart in the subscriber section. But for this segment, thank you for coming on, Stewart. See you on the other side of the break.
Thank you very much.